Good evening. It's a high-profile murder case that rattled a tight-knit community in the southern tier. The victim, the superintendent of the school district. The suspect, a Virginia man who believed his wife was having an affair, according to prosecutors. Tonight, we have legal analysis of the trial of Anthony Taglianetti. It gets underway tomorrow. News 4's George Rickard is here with a preview. George?
Well, the defense had asked that this trial be moved. The judge said no, and after nearly a month of jury selection, this trial is about to begin.
Tomorrow, in opening statement, you'll hear the prosecutor flesh out that theme with the evidence that he believes will prove the case beyond all reasonable doubt.
It was just over a year ago that police believe Anthony Taglianetti drove from Virginia and walked into the Clymer Central School looking for Superintendent Keith Reed, before police believe he eventually shot Reed outside of his Chautauqua County home. Days later, police arrested Taglianetti and in his car found printed emails from years before between his estranged wife and Keith Reed.
I can tell you he was a very controlling man, and I'm glad he is where he is right now. He's guilty, and I'm glad he's there. We've had a rough marital history.
Police also found a gun in his car, but never publicly revealed whether it actually traced back as the murder weapon. We have learned that the prosecution's case alone may take over 2 weeks to present.
That tells me that there's not an enormous amount of direct evidence, that the evidence is circumstantial. And circumstantial evidence is acceptable and can be utilized, but circumstantial evidence requires that you put it together, much like the pieces of a puzzle.
It took nearly a month for lawyers to choose the jury of 7 men and 5 women.
They would separate them from the panel, take them separately, and talk to them about their particular knowledge, opinions, prejudice, things like that. That's different. You can have knowledge about the case as long as it doesn't impair your ability to decide it fairly and impartially.
So the trial begins at 9:30 tomorrow morning at the Chautauqua County Courthouse. Judge John Ward has allowed TV camera coverage of the opening statements. George Rickard, News 4 at 10.